Hey everybody, it's Shannon with Sparkle and Shine Health and Fitness, and today I am excited to share with you the next in my Germ Busters series. And of course, as soon as I start talking, the cat comes up. Never fails. Anyways, you're probably wondering, why would we want to talk about chickenpox or varicella? Well, there's actually been some chickenpox going around in the area in Nebraska, and so I thought it would be a great time to talk a little bit about chickenpox since it is going around. It is something that we don't see very often anymore because most of us are vaccinated against it, right? But it is still out there. And even if you get vaccinated, as we've talked about before, there's still that little bit of chance, 2 or 3% chance, that you could still get chickenpox. So, what exactly is chickenpox? It is a virus caused by varicella, okay? And as most of us know, the big sign of chickenpox is this rash that goes all over the whole body. Those blister-filled little pockets that pop. The blisters scab over and cause this scarring all over your body, right? So, the first thing we want to talk about is those signs and symptoms, the rash. You can run a fever, you can have a headache, you can have a decreased appetite, but the big sign is the rash. It usually starts on the torso. You can have it on your face, in your ears, in your mouth. Then it kind of starts to spread to all the extremities, your arms, your legs, and it covers your whole body, and it's very, very itchy, right? So exactly how is chickenpox transmitted? It is spread through the air and through contact with the fluid in the blisters on the rash, okay? You can actually be contagious with chickenpox 1 to 2 days before you start in with the rash. And then once you get the blisters, it usually takes about 5 to 7 days for them to scab over and be gone. The crazy part about chickenpox is from the time you're exposed to the time you get the chickenpox is about 10 to 21 days. So if I was around chickenpox yesterday, it's going to still be 10 to 21 days before I actually come down with it, which is kind of a crazy long period of time, right? So what is the way to prevent chickenpox? I think we all know it's either get the vaccine, or in the past, in the older population, everybody got the disease, right? So now that most everybody has been vaccinated, we don't tend to see chickenpox as much, but there still are those little outbreaks here and there. If you've never got the chickenpox vaccine, or you've never had chickenpox, if you are around somebody, usually like the elderly population, that may have shingles, then you could get chickenpox from them. So that's important to keep in mind too. The treatments, that rash is so very, very itchy. So using like calamine lotion, oatmeal baths, wearing clothing to cover them, maybe to keep you from scratching them. Keep your nails clipped so that when you scratch, you're not breaking the skin and causing a chance of infection in those rash areas, because that can just make it worse. And really trying to avoid scratching. Okay, I know in the past when people used to get chickenpox, sometimes they would put gloves on the little kids just to keep them from digging at them because they itched so very bad. So those are the main things to do if you would get chickenpox. And definitely contact your provider if you are at high risk and you would get chickenpox. There are antivirals that they can prescribe to give you to help you get through it. But in most cases, a healthy person could get through it on their own. It's just a long haul, very, very itchy and miserable. So those are just the little tidbits on chickenpox, and hopefully most of you have all been vaccinated, or you've had the disease, the illness, like I had when I was a kid. It's kind of interesting because my oldest son actually had chickenpox when he was 11 months old. At that time, they weren't vaccinating, And then 2 years later, when my daughter was born, they were starting to vaccinate. And I kind of thought maybe she would get the chicken pox in that time frame before she had to get that first shot, but she never did. So both my second and third child, they both had the varicella vaccines, and it takes 2 of them. So kind of interesting how things evolve, how medicine changes, and new things are always coming out. So thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great night. Talk to you later.